Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, please subscribe right here on our YouTube channel, Watchbox Reviews. I'd really appreciate it. Plus, I can deliver my best to your inbox on a daily basis. Every watch, every minute, right here on Watchbox Reviews. And if you enjoy the watches, please check them out on our website, thewatchbox.com, the internet's top destination for pre-owned and vintage timepieces. Buy, trade, and sell on the Watchbox. See our high-res images of all of our watches, boxes, papers, and accessories that may be included, and of course, full pricing for this and our entire pre-owned collection. The watch on my wrist rocks and rolls. Let's put the emphasis on the rocks for obvious reasons. This is the Oyster Perpetual Datejust Pearlmaster 39, technically the reference 86349SAFUBL, with over 500 stones on the baguette sapphire bezel and the diamond paved dial. This is a different look and a different feel for a Datejust style Rolex. Now, of course, 39mm means this is a little bit of a tweener size between the 41 and the traditional 36, to say nothing of the feminine sizings. The watch is a man's size across the wrist, 39mm from 9 to 3, that's not inclusive of the crown. It's 11.8mm thick, and you can see from end link to end link, it actually has a fairly broad stance of 50.2mm across the wrist, so within a fraction of a millimeter of a GMT with its solid end links. This is a larger Rolex watch. You can also see that it features an unconventional bracelet known as the Pearlmaster, and it does change the look as well as the fit and the feel of the timepiece. All of white gold or gray gold, because it's not a plated material, it's solid white 18 karat straight through. A Rolex proprietary alloy, so too is the bracelet and the case. Proprietary construction by Rolex. You can see the integration of end link with the lugs, as smooth as anything you'd find with a Jubilee, a President, or an Oyster. And you'll note the design of the Pearlmaster bracelet. It's substantial when viewed overhead in profile, but when viewed from the side you can see just how small, tightly curved, and flexible the links are. It is very comfortable. It has the visual mass of an Oyster until you turn it on its side, where it wears flat, and as you'll note, as ever, plenty of channeling on the underside to avoid pinching skin, pulling hair, also allowing the wrist to breathe on a hot day. The clasp is different. You can see it's all solid of a piece, very robust, closes with a snick and a snap. The tolerances are superb, but this is not a sports watch clasp right here. This one is friction fit with a crisp closure and a low profile to avoid desk diving damage. Unlike the bulkier Oyster clasp, this one is designed to cut a shallow profile and hopefully avoid attendant scratches and scars. The timepiece features a full polished aesthetic, which is spectacular and makes the watch visually read larger than its 39mm. You can see that the case is handsome and fluid. It's very much like a Datejust 36 in that respect. It's not a super case profile. It's not excessively squared at the lugs or sheer on the side. You'll also note the bezel. What can I say about it other than it is sensational? Let's get close. And now let's give ourselves a bit more light to work with. Alright, so you can see a fade from fuchsia to blue, the FUBL alpha part of the alphanumeric designation of this watch represents the fade from the fuchsia coloration of these sapphires to blue, and you will note these are all real sapphires. This is not lab grown. Rolex meticulously sorts to find the proper shade gradient so they can create this progressive fade and resurgence of the fuchsia to blue and blue to fuchsia. So those are hand selected, and as you can see, the channeling and the setting is invisible. The stones are actually set shoulder to shoulder with nothing in between and no pincer. It's simply the sapphire and the bezel, and that's all you see. Now moving inboard, you'll note this is a Sensational Dial. 455 diamonds. Take all of the stones on this watch, you're well over 500. White gold, high polished, stylized Roman numeral indices, and you'll note the shock of gold, Datejust, Rolex, and the 5-point crown. You'll note black set hands at center and a Cyclops eye magnifier. It has all of the functions you'd expect of a Datejust, and maybe a few you didn't, because this is the caliber 3235 inside. So it's the 70-hour power reserve with the larger mainspring, the thinned out barrel, reprofiled train wheels, and the Chronergy low parasitic drain escapement, a system, essentially a reinvention of the Swiss lever created by Rolex to help get more out of the power reserve and up the power reserve from a Rolex standard 48 to the new Rolex standard of 70. Now inside, you have automatic winding. The watch is water resistant to 100 meters thanks to the oyster case and screw down crown. Beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and it does feature a free sprung balance with a full balance bridge for shock resistance, and overcoil hairspring for resistance to positionally induced or gravitationally induced timing deviation. And finally, Rolex's proprietary Powerchrome blue alloy on that hairspring so that it also has robust anti-magnetism about it. Still 31 joules, still features a quick set for the date and hacking or stop seconds to synchronize the watch. Of course, Rolex goes beyond the COSC chronometer standards. It gets the COSC certificate, yes, but then it recases the movement. COSC tests the movement only, and the fully cased up watch is then made to meet the superlative chronometer standard, +2, -2, compared to the COSC's -4, +6. So a full-featured chronometer and spectacular externally with hand-set gems hand-selected for gradient, purity, and shade. This is an absolutely sensational watch. You'll even note the concentric circular sweeps of the dial, not simply diamond set, but circles radiating outward, perfectly aligned from the center, from the cannon pinion. This watch is an absolute sensation, and while it's not for everyone, if you're bold, outgoing, flamboyant, if you're a Miami Beach or Sunset Strip sensibility, Italian or French Riviera, a summertime guy for a summertime watch, this just might be the fun watch for you for summer 2018. See it and make it yours on the Watchbox.